What is up, my fragrance and ASMR family? It is your boy, Christopher Cologne, and I'm back with another fragrance video. So what I have today is fragrance notes, wintertime fragrance notes. It's getting cool now. You know, that's like tonight is supposed to be 25 degrees where I'm at here in the Carolinas. It's probably about, I don't know, maybe 45 out there right now, maybe somewhere around there. So yeah, time to get into fall and winter fragrances. Before we get into the fragrance notes, this right here, I got this yesterday. This is Old Spice Gentleman's. It's scent of brown sugar and cocoa butter. So that's what it says on there. And it's deodorant. It's not antiperspirant. It has no aluminum, no parabens, no dyes. This stuff smells so good. But yeah, so yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into some fragrance notes. So I got some stuff written down just in case, but you know, like whenever it comes to your wintertime fragrances and your fall fragrances, your cool weather fragrances, that's when you start getting into like your smoky, your dark, your musky, your resinous, your really dark, smoky, leathery, boozy type fragrances. So like wrote some stuff down just so I wouldn't forget, which I'd probably remember it anyway, but just in case. But like, you know, you got your spices, which is like saffron, pink pepper, cardamom, nutmeg, ginger, cinnamon, all that. So clove. And then you have your gourmand fragrances, which my gourmand note, which like the gourmands, they're made up from like honey, chocolate, vanilla, tonka bean. This is just, well, more than this, but just for the winter time. You got your caramel, your coffee, your cognac, your praline, your marshmallow. What else? We have brown sugar, rum. So then you got your resins, like your amber, your myrrh, your frankincense, benzoin, labdanum. So and then you have like your woods, your woods. So like cedar, oud, vetiver, which vetiver, if I remember right, is a grass, but pine, sandalwood. Damn, that wind's really blowing out there right now, but yeah, you got your like tobacco, all that stuff. Like, man, I'll tell you, some of the best ones for like the boozy effect is, oh, and don't forget, you got your powdery fragrances. I like powdery fragrances better in the wintertime. But oh damn, that piece of grit wall right here held in up good. But yeah, like your Azzaro Most Wanted. But this is what I was looking for. So niche for all, you got your hazel cognac. Hazel cognac is great for the wintertime. Oh, that's good, sweet, boozy, kind of nutty a little bit. Then you got your tobacco vanilla. Yeah, really, you can really smell the tobacco in this. Then you got your cardamom vanilla. That's real spicy. So, but yeah, Niche for All's a really good brand. I just figured I'd grab those right quick. Another really powdery fragrance that I like for wintertime is this one right here. Now this, I keep grabbing these colognes, but this one's supposed to be like exactly which cologne. But yeah, this is Rayanne Tradition Insurrection, the original one. Yeah, this was supposed to be more so like what different fragrance notes smell like. Which, you know, a lot of these, we know what a lot of these smell like, in all honesty. So, but there is a lot of stuff that in these, there is a lot of notes in fragrances that we don't know what it smells like, you know. Like in Gourmand, one of the things you got is honey. Honey is one of them. Real sweet fragrance. Honey, really, when you think about it, doesn't smell all that great. But yeah. Then you got like your brown sugar. Which brown sugar, brown sugar is nothing but regular sugar, cane sugar, and regular sugar and molasses. So, oh, and tomorrow's membership video is going to be ASMR with John Cena, a cologne review. Well, I don't know, I might do it as something else. I'm gonna do it here in a little while. But yeah, so I figured that would be funny. Now somebody already did an ASMR with John Cena, but I'm gonna do it a little bit different. But yeah, I got to thinking about it. And I was like, man, I wonder if somebody else did this, and they did. So, but yeah. So if you want to check out the membership videos, I'm gonna put a link in the comments. Then you got your pumpkin pie spice right here. You know, which I don't know. Have y'all ever seen pumpkin in a fragrance? I can't remember if I have or not. But yeah, then you got, well, like this could be in cayenne. Here's your spice right here. Then we have nutmeg. That stuff's strong. Nutmeg smells like this right here, which this is Simply Organic. This smells, come to think about it, this smells like a mix between clove and probably pumpkin. Yeah, never thought about it, but that's kind of what it smells like. Okay. And then you got cinnamon. We all know what cinnamon smells like, unless you're allergic to it, which some people are. My granddaughter's dad is like really allergic to cinnamon. Then we have like peppercorns. Which we know what pepper smells like too. But yeah, so I will go over some of these. See, okay, that's like, I went with vetiver. Like, vetiver is a perennial grass native to India. It's in the same family as lemongrass, but it has a different scent profile. So, it's not from the essential oil is not from the leaves, but it's from the roots, and which is harvested after 18 to 24 months. Vetiver, what it smells like is earthy. It says earthy and grounding. This is the most prominent characteristic, often described as smelling like damp soil after rain or freshly turned earth. Okay, yeah. Like, I haven't never smelled vetiver by itself, but I know that smell that it's talking about. Okay, and then it says it has a strong woody quality that is often described as dry and rich. A smoky or leathery facet is very common, sometimes described as a warm or cool smoke, depending on the type and blend. Okay, so yeah, that is vetiver. And you know what? We're gonna go with oud next. We're gonna go with oud. So oud is another word because it's the Arabic word for wood, and it's a dark resinous, and it's derived from the acar wood tree. So, and it says it has a complex and rich scent profile that is typically described as warm, woody, and earthy, which with notes of smoke, leather, and animalic undertones. So woody, its core aroma is reminiscent of aged or damp timber. Earthy it often has a smell like forest soil or freshly turned earth. Sweet and balsamic, depending on the type and preparation, it can have a sweet resinous quality. Smoky, some ouds have a smoky incense-like character. Animalic, a distinctive sensual and slightly musky animalic nuance is common in natural oud. Yeah, and like I didn't like oud fragrances at all when I first started smelling them. I don't think, and if I remember right, but yeah, I've heard a lot of creators say that it's a straight up, a lot of times it's really stinky and animalic. Then it has other nuances also, have spicy and leathery or even slightly fruity or acidic notes. Okay, and now we'll go to sandalwood. And sandalwood is a fragrant, creamy wood from the santalum tree, known for its warm, soft, and milky scent. And that's why sandalwood is. It does have a creaminess to it, and a soft, sweet creaminess to it. That's what I'll add to fragrances a lot of times, I think. It's a type of aromatic wood from trees in the santalum genus, which are native to places like India, Australia, and the Pacific Islands. It has been used for centuries in traditional medicine, religious ceremonies, and for its fragrance. The heartwood is the most valued part of its aromatic properties. So what does it smell like? Primary scent is creamy, woody, warm, soft, and milky. The texture, often compared to soft cashmere or pine wood, and variations, says the Indian variation is particularly rich, warm, and creamy. The Australian is light and woodier, and the Hawaiian can have a more tropical twist. Pairs well with vanilla, yes it does, lavender, and citrus and incense notes. Okay, now we have labdanum, and this says it's a sticky brown resin from the rock rose plant that has a rich, sweet, and warm scent, often described as ambery, leathery, and musky, with balsamic and woody undertones. It is a popular ingredient. Well, I don't know why I'm getting ready to read that, but yeah, and it's harvested from the rockwood plant, specifically the Cistus landinifer shrub. And it smells like, the primary notes are rich, warm, sweet, and musky. Common descriptors are ambery, balsamic, leathery, and woody. And the other nuances it has it says some perceive as herbaceous, animalic, or honey-like notes. See, this is the reason why I would like to get my hands on a lot of this stuff by itself, so I can see what it smells like by itself. Okay, and labdanum is a resin, so it's under resins. Now, okay, and what we have next is saffron, and saffron is a spice, and it's from the dried stigmas of the Crocus sativus flower, known for its high value and unique aroma. Yeah, and saffron, from what I've heard, I've never really looked at it, but saffron costs out the ass. Smells sweet, earthy, and floral with a complex profile that includes hints of honey, hay, and leather. The aroma can also be described as warm, spicy, and slightly bitter. Hey y'all, if me move my leg is too noisy or I'm like shaking back and forth, my fault. I'm having my nerve pains, so I'm trying to, and whenever I'm having them, I move more. When they're there, but not really bad, I kind of move. So, just giving y'all an explanation for what you're hearing is me rocking my foot back and forth. So, but, and saffron is the most expensive spice in the world, often called red gold for its vibrant color and high cost. So, it's sweet, hay-like, and honeyed. And then it's earthy and leathery and spicy. It has a distinct spicy quality which can be perceived as warm, even slightly pungent. Floral. It contains a subtle, elegant floral fragrance. And then it says bittersweet. The presence of the compound picrocrosin gives saffron a characteristic bitterness that adds to its complexity. I guess that's how you pronounce that word. Yeah. So, and then we'll go into I want to look up the definition of one. Okay, musk. Because see, I don't know if I get patchouli and musk mixed up. Yeah, I kind of feel like I do. But, yeah. So, musk is a fragrance ingredient with a complex, warm, and sensual scent that is often described as animalistic, earthy, or woody. Historically, from the musk deer, it is now mostly synthetic or plant-based, with synthetic versions often smelling cleaner, like powdery laundry or fresh linens, while botanical versions can be soft. Softer with floral undertones. As an ingredient, musk is a key ingredient in many perfumes and fragrances, prized for its warm, long-lasting, and alluring scent. As a base note, due to its large molecules, musk acts as a fixative and sits in the base of fragrance, helping other notes last longer. Originally from animals, the original source was the secretion from male musk deer, but this is now uncommon due to ethical concerns. I wonder how in hell people came across that. Be like, that's like vanilla. Vanilla was originally, the way they got your vanilla flavoring and all that was from a beaver, anal gland in a beaver. So it's like, who in the fuck thinks of that? It's like, man, this shit would smell good on me, or this shit would taste good if we flavored some ice cream or something with it. It's just, humans are weird. That's just like, who is the first person that looked at a cow and looked at a calf nursing and been like, man, sucking on that cow tit looks pretty damn good. I bet you that stuff would taste good too, and decided to damn do it. Who in the fuck looks at shit and thinks that? So, yeah, it just, shit gets me, man. But this says natural, traditional, warm, woody, earthy, and sensual with a slightly animalistic quality likened to warm skin or fresh soil. Synthetic, often cleaner and softer with notes that can be powdery like fresh laundry, cotton, or clean linens. And botanical tends to be more subtle and can have floral or slightly sweeter undertones. When blended with other notes, it can create a scent that is spicy, floral, or even reminiscent of vanilla. Okay. in this video, like this right here, because I figure it's got marshmallow. It has marshmallow in it, so I figured this would, might as well just go ahead, because I have a discount code on this and an affiliate link to it, so I figured I'd go ahead and throw it out there. Yeah, doesn't last but like 4 to 6 hours, but yeah, it lasts like for the where it was pushing off of my skin. I could smell it like 4 to 6 hours. I could smell it somewhere around there. I'd say maybe 5 to 6 hours, but after that it becomes a really close skin scent. But that's the clone Brave in Love, so figured I'd go ahead and say it so y'all could check it out and everything. Plush Boy's trying to make some money, so, but just because I'm trying to make money doesn't mean I'm gonna give y'all any different. If somebody sends me a fragrance and I don't like that shit, I'm gonna say it. You know, that's just like with where Austin from Brodux, where he sent me that that obsidian. You know, like I like it, and it smells like it's going towards it smells kind of like it's going towards Sauvage, but without the ambroxan. So yeah, so I ain't gonna sit there and give y'all shit or whatever. That's just like Niche for All. Niche for All is probably my favorite fragrance house. That Oriental incense, though, I hate it. Even though right now that shit would be good for a cold day, cold windy day. That Oriental incense would probably work well. But yeah, y'all. So I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna get y'all this what's called. I'm gonna get y'all this this video, and I'll see y'all next video. I'll see y'all Wednesday. Not sure what my Wednesday video is gonna be. It's probably gonna be my guitars and my music stuff, more than likely. So I'm gonna get off here. Y'all take it easy and peace.